Hello there! Weekly challenge time. And so, recap on what our weekly challenge was last week. And not just for myself, but for anybody who wants to participate. And it doesn't just go for people with BPD. I think it's just something good for anyone to challenge themselves. But so working with your anxiety and accomplishing things that do make you anxious so that then you're able to wipe that out and not have to feel that way. Now, I had not done well up until a couple days ago. I was in a low depressive state and hit a wall on Sunday, so that's certainly a tough thing to work through then, trying to tackle your anxiety and do something really healthful for yourself. And if anybody wants to check in, go ahead, leave a comment. I would love to hear if anybody did participate and then how it went. Which I've just become very aware I might have been saying a lot. Anyways, so I say so a lot too. Oh gosh. Moving along. And I just said again. The new weekly challenge is working through your mania. And how can you maximize it? Gosh, this gets really hard once you start being aware of how many times you say so or So working to maximize your mania. Nothing feels worse for me than when I don't use my mania to the fullest and I just end up doing one project for the day. I've found that I am my happiest when I am trying to juggle as many things as possible. And so I really hype myself up to where I say, okay, all right, you have the laundry going, you're, starting to cook whatever, and especially, say, starting dinner really early as far as like slow cooker or something in the oven, that really feels good to where, okay, well then can I also be filling the water jug that goes in our fridge? And then also do some dusting or some vacuuming. And try to just manage however many things as possible. And sometimes I'll think, okay, well, I have a few minutes. Is there a little bonus small thing that can be done to where I can still put that to my grand mental list of the day, and then feel like, wow, that shouldn't have been possible to get all that done, but I did. So, using your mania to the best. Now, it's tough because for a weekly challenge, you may not have a high energy mania day, and so then that's kind of hard to then work through. But if you feel a motivated day, challenge yourself to how much can you get done? How far can you go? And how long of a list can you make that mental list for the day? And sometimes when I first started trying to maximize my high energy days, I would make a list of everything because that really felt good to just cross things out, and then that hyped me up more so that I was able to kind of keep it going, because it's really about keeping your fire alive. And my husband teases me that, when it's like I'm on drugs because I am so, okay, all right, I can do this. All right, so let's go do this. Okay, and I have this going, I have that going, I have that going, and I've done all this. And he just looks at me like I'm crazy when he gets home, because he's just more mellow, where I am really happy and really in my element when I'm super hyper. So, but yet again, he also teases me that the strongest thing I take is Tylenol, or that sometimes I use melatonin. Ooh, which is a good tip for if you are having those really high energy days and you do have trouble sleeping because your mind is so awake. Now, granted, if the ideas are completely wonderful, I do want to get up early or in the middle of the night and start writing things down because, you use your creativity when it comes. And, but there are different times where your mind just won't shut up and it's meaningless. And then something I've been starting to do this year is take melatonin, and that is wonderful. Really zonks me out, and I realize that might not work for everyone, but it's kind of a nice tip to try to make yourself fall asleep because feelings of loneliness or just anxiety keep plenty of us up or keep us tossing and turning. One thing that I might say about melatonin is it gives me extremely vivid dreams. Not sure if it does that for everyone, but be cautioned, you might have vivid nightmares. So take it as a grain of salt. But so let's try to energize ourselves, hype ourselves up in any possible way, making it a little competition with your mother, if you're petty, or with a sibling, or with me, whatever it would be. So hopefully that goes well for me and anyone who participates. And before I sign out, I do have kind of a fun little bit of news to share. I took my final exam just yesterday morning, so I have completed the HiSED exams, and I have passed with flying colors even. So that is so exciting. I think altogether, between tests, the schoolwork, and everything, I think I've probably put close to 90 hours. I don't know, maybe it's over 90 hours of work into this. So it's so gratifying, and this is kind of my first real big success, too. I mean, it's a big deal just because I've been homeschooled. So you never really felt like you achieved, and it took me a long time to get my driver's license because I was afraid, and then because nerves get in the way, and so it's like, okay, you took forever to get something that most people don't even blink at. That's awful. So tackling this big thing has been huge, and it's been so scary, and sometimes I have students staring in the testing box at me, and that was really nerve-wracking because I don't like people looking at me. I'd prefer if nobody in the world knew I was even there. So yeah, somehow, amazingly, I was able to put my fears aside and just breathe through it, and now it's done, and the scores are good, so I'm showing them off to everybody because I'm a little bit of a loser like that. But anyway, so anyways, I hope everybody has a great weekend, and feel free to comment if you have participated in the anxiety weekly challenge, and please do join us if you want to try to maximize high energy days. Thank you so much.